So this is how you cook a perfect roast chicken every time, and I can show you how. So today we'll be speaking about roasting chicken as a part of my roast series. Nothing worse than a chicken that looks cooked on the outside and dry on the inside. And I'm not blaming you because it's not your fault. You have this tender juicy meat on the top and you have these legs that are tucked in underneath it. So by the time you have the legs cooked, which are tucked underneath here, the top of the chicken is overcooked and dry. You know, the other problem everyone faces is not getting a crispy skin all the way around. The only parts that are actually properly exposed is the top breast and this top area. But what about this bottom part? This bottom part is not exposed enough to get that nice crispy skin. And also because of the hot temperature of the oven, by the time the whole chicken is cooked, it loses a lot of moisture, which makes it go dry. How do we get a chicken that's evenly cooked, has crispy skin, tender and juicy, and is full of flavor? I'll tell you how. It's called spatchcocking. It's basically butterflying the chicken and laying it flat so you have all of the surface area exposed to equal amount of heat, which cooks it completely even, gives you that crispy skin. So that solves two of our problems. What about full of flavor and tender and juicy? So for that we are going to dry brine the chicken with flavored salt. So you must be thinking, why dry brine the chicken? And all of this sounds very complicated. So first I'm going to tell you why dry brine the chicken. So time to learn something new. When you salt the chicken, at first it's going to draw the liquid out of the chicken through a process called osmosis. Over time, what happens then is that the salt dissolves in the extracted liquid, forming a super concentrated brine. Eventually, that brine breaks down the chicken's muscle structure and gets reabsorbed into the meat, thereby tenderizing it, adding flavor and adding moisture. So when you cook it, it's nice and juicy. Did you know dry brine chicken loses 40% less moisture than chicken that's not brined at all? I'm going to show you how to do it. It's super easy and simple. So let's go. First you take your chicken and flip it upside down. Next you want to go through the backbone of your chicken. Use a sharp pair of kitchen scissors to cut on either side of the spine. I'm just using a normal pair of scissors because I don't have one and you might not have either. Once you get the spine out, make sure to keep it aside because I'll be showing you how to make an easy roast chicken gravy from scratch. Open the chicken up and next you'll be rubbing herb salt all around the inside of the chicken. If you don't have herb salt, it's fine. Just use regular sea salt. Don't worry, I'll be adding a video on how to make your own herb salt at home. It adds way much more flavor to your dishes than regular salt. Next, what you want to do is add some lemons, some herbs like rosemary and thyme, and turn the chicken over it. This will add that extra flavor to your chicken. You'll be doing the same on the skin side, rubbing generous amount of herb salt all over the chicken and make sure it's evenly spread. Next, put the chicken into the fridge for at least 2 to 4 hours. After a few hours in the fridge, you'll be able to see the brine on the skin of your chicken, and that's it ready to go into the oven. For that, you'll need to preheat your oven to 200 degrees and put it in for at least 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, you want to check if the chicken is cooked to the right temperature and not raw on the inside. You'll do that by making sure the core of the chicken is above 75 degrees. Or when you cut it open, it shouldn't have any pink or red juices coming out. And that's how you want your chicken to cook, that crispy golden skin on the outside that's perfectly cooked. The other thing about spatchcocking a chicken is it's way easier to portion up. All you do is press down on the connecting joints and it just comes apart. Now for the most important part of the video. Let's slice into the breast and have a look. And that's what you call a perfectly cooked chicken breast. You can actually see the juices coming off it. And that's how you cook a roast chicken. Oh my god. You can taste all the flavors. The salt is not right through it. Perfect amount of lemon, got your thyme, got your rosemary. It's like the perfect chicken. So this is how you cook a perfect roast chicken every time.